Hi, I'm Chris James and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be talking about pimples. Hi, welcome back guys. So really quickly before I start this video, I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support, everybody who's watched, commented, and subscribed to the channel so far. And I just wanted to make sure to remind you guys that I have the Facebook group channel that's there. And this is just going to be a place where you guys can kind of ask questions about whatever you got going on. So I'm going to leave a card right here, and hopefully you guys will come and check it out and join in. So today we're going to be talking about pimples, zits, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Well, I was originally going to do this video and I was going to talk about the lip line pimples, because me personally, I have been known to get lip line pimples a couple times a year, and I never understood them. They're so frustrating. They damage your lip line. They do all these things. And I looked for a solution online for so long and I could never find anything. And then obviously recently, because of the fact I've been messing with these different therapies and whatever, I found a solution that worked for me, and it is going to include using hydrogen peroxide, the 35% food grade hydrogen peroxide. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to show you how to dilute it or anything like that. I actually did that in a previous video where I talked about getting smells out of bedding and clothes. So you can find that video, boop, right there, and go check that out for the instructions on how to use it. You could skip to like 5 minutes or so when I start doing the instructions. And that way you guys know how to properly handle the food grade hydrogen peroxide. That is very essential. Do not skip that if you don't know how. All right, so we're actually going to be heading into the bathroom in a second so that I could just show you, what I use and how I do it. But real quick, I just wanted to talk about what a pimple or what a zit is. Now, once again, as you guys should be familiar with at this point, I'm not really big on mainstream explanations of things, modern, science and medicine, just because it seems like they can't figure anything out. For example, if I get a pimple or a zit or whatever, yeah, there's a cream or something like that I can use, but does it work? 9 times out of 10, for me, it didn't. Maybe you guys have had some better success, or it works, but then it causes other issues. I used Progressive at one point, and it was worked as long as I used it, but as soon as I stopped using it, it broke my skin out like crazy. So this leads me to believe that they actually don't fully understand what's going on. And I mean, so like, why do we listen to them? I don't know. It's kind of insane. So what I've done is I've just, as I've cleansed my body and I've become more in tune with my body, I actually notice things that I didn't notice before. So I'll eat certain foods, I'll drink certain beverages, and I'll notice pimples popping up. Now, when you go through your water fast, you'll notice pimples popping up. You might notice rashes on the skin, all sorts of things kind of like happening with your skin. And you might think, oh man, I'm getting sick, or I should stop doing this because something's wrong. Nothing is wrong. Your body is actually just releasing those toxins. And because the skin is one of the biggest organs that we have, and because of its job and what it actually, the functions of the skin, one of those functions is releasing toxins. So when you see all those pimples and blah, blah, blah popping up, it's your body actually releasing toxins. Now, on the other side of it, if we have started doing our cleanse and we're getting to a point where we feel like, we're much better off than before, we still get pimples, well, that means something is in your diet is causing that to happen. And I think that that's an amazing thing to know and understand, because, the cleaner you get, the more quickly your body responds, and you can actually tailor what you eat to your body, and that way you're not getting these types of reactions. So at the end of the day, all a pimple is your body is releasing toxins, and I guess depending on the type of toxin, the type of, reaction your body is going to have, it's going to be on a more individual basis, but for me, I get them on my lip, and I have one on this bridge, on the bridge of my nose here. I'm gonna show you guys that, and that's kind of why I decided to do the video now, because I actually have a pimple. And I know why I have it. I know why. I'm not perfect. I make, mistakes, but also I allow myself to have things here and there depending on, the time of the year, what's going on and whatever. So with that being said, we're gonna head in the bathroom. We're gonna look at some of the materials I use and we're going to figure out how to get rid of these pimples. All right, guys, so we're here in the bathroom and I've got our tools here, some organic cotton swabs. And I didn't even know they made organic cotton swabs until like a year ago. But apparently normal cotton swabs probably have like some chemicals or something, or the cotton itself is grown, using pesticides or whatever. I mean, you got to look out for everything nowadays. It's crazy. Now, this is just simply an old water bottle. And this is actually a bottle from when I was testing spring water. If you guys, I released a video a little bit ago talking about distilled water versus spring water. So this is just a little testament that I don't just talk, I mean, I actually tested the water and this is a bottle that was left over. So I compared the two waters. Anyway, I'm getting off topic and I apologize. But this is my hydrogen peroxide, and the way I know is because I've scraped it. Anybody else will probably label it, but I'm kind of lazy and nobody touches my stuff in the house. So I know this is mine and it looks like water, but it's not. If you drink this, it would probably be okay, but it wouldn't be the most amazing thing in the world. Anyway, so it's very simple. Oh, before I show you, actually, I guess I'm going to show you the pimple that I'm going to be attacking today. That's it right there. So yeah, this is a little bit too close for comfort right there. And now I'm going to tell you guys right now, typically you want to catch this before the pimple gets above the skin. So there's going to be a point in time where you can feel it. You could just rub the skin and you could tell that there's a pimple forming. I mean, I'm sure we're all familiar with that. And that's going to be the best time to do this because that'll keep the pimple from making it, to keep it from breaking the skin. It heals a lot faster. But I actually did this on a couple pimples yesterday that were breaking out here. And they're gone pretty much. I mean, this was one right here. And then there was like another small one next to it. There was one underneath my skin around here, which never even broke the skin and it's completely gone. So your best bet is to do it before it breaks the skin. For those who, are catching this video, late after, just for, the next time it happens, just make sure to have the mixture ready. Now this is a 3% hydrogen peroxide mixture. It's 35% food grade, diluted down to 3%. Do not use the pharmaceutical version, which I will show you. It's not that the pharmaceutical version is necessarily dangerous or anything, but that is not as effective. I used to use this. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And then depending on how abrasive I was, sometimes it would leave like a small scar. So I'm just saying, this is not for this. This tutorial is not for this. It's for the 35% food grade, diluted down to 3%. So just so that we're clear. And all I do is I take my cotton swab and I just, get a little bit on. It doesn't take much. And, you can rub your face with this. I would keep it away from the eyes. Keep it away from your eyes as much as possible. Even the fumes, if you will, from, using it close to the eye will irritate your eyes a little bit. It's not, anything crazy or anything like that. But I'm just warning you guys because, I'm trying to be as safe with this as possible. And of course, this is YouTube. And of course, some people. Anyway, so not abrasively, you're just rubbing it on. And I'll usually rub it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Sometimes the skin will start to turn white around that area or whatever. If it gets underneath the skin or whatever, so if you have a head on it and it breaks because the skin is so thin, it will turn that area white. So it'll be like a small white dot. It's nothing crazy. If it was crazy, I'd show you guys a picture. And if it was dangerous, I wouldn't be showing you this. But I have done this on myself several times and it works. So that is the tip. Make sure to get it before it breaks the skin, and you won't even have to worry about it breaking the skin. Now, during your water fast, you're going to experience pimples and stuff like that. I am not telling you to use this technique during your water fast. Not because I think it's dangerous or anything like that, but just simply because it's completely unnecessary. During your water fast, those types of pimples, zits, rashes, whatever you get, they're only gonna last 2 or 3 days anyway, and there's no reason to play around. Just let your body do what it does. But this is more of like a maintenance thing as you get more clean. As I've said before, your body reacts to things and you're gonna get pimples, you know, because you're gonna try and eat stuff you all used to eat before. It never bothered you before and now it does. Well, the reason why is because your body is reacting to it. It doesn't have that protective lining of mucus, and so you're having these issues. And it's also effectively detoxing, you know, it works more efficiently, so it's detoxing that stuff almost instantaneously. All right, so welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I mean, I know for me, this has been a big issue throughout my entire life. And, you know, we kind of are our own worst critic, right? So even the smallest little things wrong with us, you know, it's big in our mind. And this is a great way to get rid of those issues and also prevent them, because now we have a good understanding of what causes them. And as you go through this cycle of cleaning, your body will react to things and you could just, check that off the list. I'm not gonna eat that anymore, or I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I only eat that in moderation or whatever. And so we can make sure that we've got clear, healthy skin. And also, you know, for our young kids, the teenagers who kind of go through that phase where they're sticky and oily and bumpy, you know, we were taught, well, I was taught that it was hormones and it's just what's going to happen. But I am not a subscriber to that theory anymore. I believe that our diet plays a much bigger role than just the fact that our hormones are raging, because to be honest with you, my hormones are actually raging still. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind for your kids and everything like that. You know, when you're younger, you're actually more susceptible to, you know, these reactions that you're going to have from eating these foods, because our bodies haven't had an opportunity to actually, you know, establish that that perimeter, that lining of mucus, that protective barrier yet. So the younger you are, the more violent you may react to certain chemicals and foods. So with that being said, if you guys like that video, don't forget to thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, the application of knowledge is power, and I will see you guys next time.